Not too bad.
Thoroughly surprised you wanted to do a watch list today.
Hey, Shorty.
You're in.
Oh, you just gotta keep going, man.
I don't know, but you gotta take care of yourself, huh?
Yeah. All right, let's see what they did. I'm just gonna delete a bunch of crap here just to see the full picture of this rising wedge. How's everybody's day today trading?
Mine was
Wonderful.
Did you trade your 50 contract TS?
No, I started new accounts this week, so I'm only doing 2 ES.
I just did one today on 5 accounts.
Wow, you guys downgraded.
2 trades.
All right, well, bigger picture, right? I'm on 3 days here. I'm still looking at this little connection, right? You kind of keep getting stuck here. Let's see what they do. This would be a bullish candle in most circumstances, right? But I don't know if it's so bullish in the uptrend, right? So let's see how they play this out. So I think they filled this little imbalance here. Yeah, they filled it up already. So the key now, I'm assuming, is that they're going to be targeting the 4,300. If you go on a daily, you'll see it. We had this right here. Whoa. So this would be something just structurally what they're targeting, right? And if you just go on the weekly and you look at it, and even if you go just draw the, where's the COVID? Pre-COVID to now. Ugh, what is going on here? Oh, dirty.
He logged in, right? I think
Yeah,
we were talking about that earlier.
man. Yep. So when you look at this, right? I mean, I'm just grabbing pre-COVID highs to current, right? And you can also grab the top here. Sorry, the bottom to the top and see, where the buyers were. We'll do that now. Up to here, and you see that there are some shelves right here, that they're stuck right at it right now, 42.57ish or 53. But then if I care, where are they gonna kind of go to? The sell, these are the shelves that you care about right now. So let me just increase this. I'm just giving a bigger picture for people that might not see it. So here's your bigger picture stuff. And you see this, there's a large shelf here on the sell-off right now here, sitting and starting kind of 42, 48 and a quarter, all the way to this 43,000. There'll be kind of a big supply here. And I just grabbed the selling portion of it. So from here to the bottom, and you can also do this to see, to ignore this piece right here. And same concept. And it seems like the POC would be about 44.62 here on this sell-off here. So keep in mind, if you take this level here, if you clean up the level that I just mentioned, I'm just going to include it. If you clean up, let's say you clear this, most likely you're going 4,300, you break this 4,300, then you should be really looking at that sell-off POC, which should be 44.65. Knowing that they're above 2022 value area high at the moment, is also bullish for them, right? Because they have the ability to look for the balance. And I believe 2021 value area high is around 44.60. So we'll take a look at that. I have to mark it. There you go. So yeah, so we'd be looking at about 4,400 right here would be the value area. 4409. So these would be the big levels that we have, right? And then you see this level is still kind of important, right? If they're not able to hold this and close above this level here this week, I really think they're shooting themselves in the foot, and they're potentially going to drive this to the bottom, right? They will have the POC at 39.67, and then right below that, they would have the value area low of this 2022. So I'd mark these levels on your chart. So I would have this one and this one here. And this doesn't happen overnight, right? This is a longer picture, right? And you have a major shelf here now, right? That they're accumulating. So keep that in mind on a longer scale. And this is the shelf right here. And until we lose this shelf here, I would say 4,100. The bulls are in control. We got to lose 4,100, and then the bears are somewhat in control, and then they can push this easy 39.60, and this follows quick. Okay. Let me just go back on the weekly real quick. See what we're doing there. So we're out of balance on the weekly, right? And you guys see how they bounced it off today? Perfectly here. Yeah, so this would be almost the level if they fall inside of this. Right here, I'm just gonna delete this bigger one. If they fall inside of this red here, you have some, you have ability to catch about 41.93 dump here. And hopefully you guys were not shorting today when I said don't short below. If you reclaim PD value area low, don't short it. Hopefully you guys listened, because that was pretty deadly if you got caught short somewhere around here. Just gonna mark this level for myself.
VWAP is a volume-based indicator
Funny how we fell inside here and we rejected it quickly. Losing 41.92 is pretty important. So most likely send it 37. Let's see the structures here on a daily. So why is this one very important for moving forward? What would you say it turns bearish from day to day?
Well, it's kind of the inverse of what you said the other day, right? The double distribution. If you
So
get
why is
below
this
that
one very
lower
important
distribution,
for moving forward?
then you want to get
What
out of
would
the
you
way.
say it turns bearish?
from
And
day
if
to
you
day.
paid attention today, right? If this was
Well,
your
it's kind of the
distribution that
inverse
you
of what
had,
you said the other day,
remember?
right? The
Like here, if this is a distribution that they got over, and they broke this, let's say the pre-market high here, which was the value area high as well. Once you broke this, it was I would say, pretty evident that they're going to run this, higher. So now, if they lose this, right, and especially if they lose this, I would say 42.20, that means they lost this. There's no new buyers found. There's high chance that they're going to be sending that lower. And I would expect some, not much bounce here, even though it's a double XPOC. You see that it didn't really play a role at all on the uptrend here. But once we lose this here, I would say you can target as 41.92. So 42.20 to 41.92 is what I'll be watching for. You have this node here, just keep in mind they can't bounce here. So if you short here, you have 15 points. You can potentially look for a trim and then slow down a little bit. That would be the short scenario that I'm waiting for. And then the PDPOC here. Obviously, we need to stay above it on the bullish case. Let's see, mark these levels. Well, so if we do break this PD value area high on a retest, I honestly think you can take this to 42.71 tomorrow. I think they can push this tomorrow, just FYI. So if they do break this, your bias is fairly bullish till you lose this PDPOC, even though it's a weird shape. Once they lose this PDPOC, your bias should be like a little bit weaker to the downside, bearish. And once we lose this, you become bearish for the day, and you're looking for the bearish put side here. As long as we're above this POC, you're not looking too much for the puts tomorrow. And May 19th, you guys see this, I mentioned it. The top of this right here was fairly important today. And it's also the POC of today. And look where they lined up exactly right on it. Because this was the congestion where they dumped from. They came back, they dumped even more. They made lower lows. Then they came back here. They popped above it. They held. They broke down again. But this was done pre-market, if you guys recall, the 42, 43. And now we lost it, and now they popped, retest, and now they're kind of saying, hey, we're going to go higher. So as long as they hold this POC, PDPOC 42.27, this level, you're bullish. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so fairly easy for tomorrow, I think, the setup. So we'll see how we open, and if it stays like this. And this area, when you think about this value area here, this is pretty wide. You're talking about 44 points for a value area here. I mean, that's probably the highest we've had in a while. You're talking about 20 points here, 17 here. So I'm used to this, what I'm highlighting, like 20 points or less. But this range here, I mean, is pretty big. So what do you guys make out of that?
They're looking for new value.
Well, this value is engulfing a couple of values. So what does that mean?
If you take the entire 4-day period, it gives you a clearer picture.
Okay. I'll go correct.
Price is accepted below, and now they want to run it up higher.
Okay. So what's it telling you is that there's a wider spectrum of buyers and sellers at different prices, right? And they're not concentrated in smaller sections of price. They're shifting and exploring the price higher, and there's a lot of volume being done on both. So what being said, if you look at the 4-day, here, let me just so if you look at the 4-day here, this is your value area high, right? So you're holding it again, very important level for tomorrow, 42.27. If you lose this, your sentiment goes down. I would not be looking to short immediately here because you have a large shelf. Once you lose this, or if you're really, risk averse, losing 42.15 is also a good short. Why is 42.15 important?
There's a node there.
Okay, it was also a VPOC till today.
Right.
Okay.
It was a 2x POC, right? And I mentioned that in one of the pictures last night. I said this is what I was watching. I don't know if anyone caught it or not. But my play was 95 break, go to 42.11ish, and then this VPOC was sitting right here.
Hmm.
So, and this was a 2x POC, and you guys know, when you have a short cover rally like we did here, and you break below it like you did, and then you have another short cover rally from here, this profile and this profile look the same, but they're not the same. This one and this one, they're not the same profiles.
One's double distribution, one looks like a P.
Yeah, and there's a lot more volume being distributed on the bottom ends, right? So much difference. So if they're able to lose this tomorrow, your sentiment shifts. 42.15 is important. Once you lose this, then you have a chance really to get an idea what they want to do, right? So right now, this is kind of what you're looking at, 4-day balance. So if we are able to, let me just, that's fine. So if you're able to break inside of this, just know, the POC, if you like this, 10 points, sure, you can short it, but there's a high chance they can bounce it here as well. So I'd prefer to short it below this level and drive it all the way to the bottom, probably here in this area. And then you guys can draw your SIGs for the, and I'm not drawing the SIGs if you guys can tell, because we're breaking that range that we are in for some time now, like the March area. Let me go, I think it was March 31st. So we're no longer holding that area, right? So we're breaking above it. So for me, it doesn't make sense. I could draw the area. If you guys look at this now, just structurally, if you look at this, I could draw area from here to here, and this is the top, right? 42, 43. And my bottom would be the maybe epoch, and these are, or you could just highlight from here down, and that would be the structural area. But we've left that SIG alone for now. So let's see if they are building a new value higher here or not. And from daily volume, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but there's an uptick in volume here, right, today. But nothing major compared to the candle, in my opinion. I don't think this is, we had these type of days where you have 1, 2, boom, pop. And you had 1, 2, pop. You always had follow through 2 days, and the third day, that means Monday is a down day. So here's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, another good one, and look at Mondays. Does that make sense? I'm just noting what I see, right, from the cycle perspective. So let's see how they play out tomorrow. And I would anticipate that they get the same range here tomorrow. So 61 points would probably send it to 4,300, and I'm telling you, bulls would be static tomorrow.
So each to the there'll be. I'll be right there. Give me 1 second.
What?
All right, no, I had someone talking to me. I didn't realize I was unmuted.
Was this cloud closed, Bean or KSN today?
Yeah, it was close.
It was closed at 9:45.
Oh no, the one where we bounced from, no, it was open.
It was closed on the top,
Yeah.
I think, and then
Okay.
that one opened. The top was closed, and then that top opened up as we approached it. But on the NASDAQ, you still had the top closed. I don't know if outright. Yeah, still have it closed. Similar setup.
Where's the monthly mid? Oh, the monthly mid here is 41.55. Yeah, monthly mid's different on toss. Just look at NQ. Oh, 4 hours closed.
It was closed all day. It was closed yesterday, I think, even. It was minus 21 earlier, and it's been going down. I think it was minus 9 or 8 last I saw.
Yeah, it's -4 now. I mean, they need to break this to go higher, 14,550. If they do, I mean, they're outside the weekly, daily bottom. I mean, this is pretty powerful that they broke all of these clouds. If they break this tomorrow, guys, they can have a massive run.
Well,
From
at the
clouds-
rate it's changing, it looks like it probably will, because if it's only -4 now, and it was minus 21 earlier today.
I mean, I'm talking about. I mean, this can take off like. So this is a 1 month, and man, I thought I saw close quarterly here.
Is that a 3-month closed cloud?
Yeah, this is quarterly cloud. Yeah, we really should not break this 50% of this cloud here. 14.7 should not be broken here.
Is that the same on TOS?
Yeah, there's no fucking way they can break this.
I mean, the location is the same on TOS? Or is it a little different number?
I'll have
you
to
know?
check.
Okay.
I'll
But
check.
3 months, you should not vary much. Well, I know things are getting extended a little bit, so and I'm pretty sure when we do the Sunday, the stock watch list, we'll do a lot of top cloud search for short side, and then we'll look for the bottom stuff to see if there's any good share stuff. I'm interested because there's a lot of stocks right now, that would be in the top of these clouds.
What about Microsoft?
One of them being this one, right? I mean, this is above everything here. 4 hours daily, weekly.
On Sunday, is there any chance you can go over mutual funds?
Yeah.
Apple has been wild.
I mean, it has free space all the way to 191 now, guys.
Wow.
And I think they'll execute it. And that would complete a lot of stuff for Apple. I mean, this would complete a major cycle for Apple. So this would complete a cycle that took 6 months to complete. Yeah.
I wanted to know NQ's quarterly, right, for clouds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That goes hand in hand. If you hit
I think a lot of
91,
stocks were at like the monthly bottom when the Ukraine war news came out.
Yeah, Microsoft is right now at the monthly top. It arrived, and look what happened to Microsoft last time. 335 to 324. If they can't break this now, this dotted line, I mean, they got to go back to a mean. I mean, look, just fucking volume is pathetic on Microsoft.
Here, if you want to pop that up on screen, Shorty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's closed, fairly closed. Negative 99. This is quarterly cloud. But this is a big level, guys.
14,857.
Yeah, that's a huge level. That's 618 usually. And this top of this cloud should not be broken. There's no way with a negative 99 MACD.
Oh, so they can get it over that 14.8. they could go to like 14.9, maybe 15.
15.2 is the max,
Okay.
but I don't see them breaking that.
But shouldn't we reject off that center line most likely?
You should, yeah.
14,860 basically.
Yep. That should be. I mean, this is setting up for a long-term, really good swing short on Qs right here. Clouds closed and you're doing a bearish money shot. I mean, good luck. And Qs are ready to pump to 377. This should be wild. I mean, this would be almost like they're tapping this supply right here. 384. Man, this would be crazy if they execute this.
I mean, there's rumors of Fed maybe pausing in the next
Man,
month.
think about how many people would be bullish for all-time high run break here.
But I think there's gonna be recession later this year or early next year, and then the market's gonna start dumping when the ERs go down.
Yep. Well, let's see what they do with the liquidity.
And next year's election as well.
Yep. It'll be interesting, right? So, but we'll cover a lot of these stocks Sunday. I'll be caffeinated enough to go through a lot of them.
Mhm.
So I will do a Google sheet so we can cover some stuff. All right, guys. Well, I'll be on tomorrow live. Let's see what we can do tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna trade live tomorrow, Shorty?
Yeah.
You want to do live on YouTube at
Sure.
the beginning of the month?
That's fine.
All right, so everybody hear that? We'll trade live tomorrow on YouTube.
Yep. See you guys.
Thanks.
Shorty and myself, I'll jump in when he's not sharing.
Yep.
See y'all
As long as
tomorrow.
my health is normal, that's all.
Well, if you're not on, I'll trade live tomorrow, regardless. So,
Yep, no worries.
all right.
See you guys.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shorty.
Good night, everyone.
See you guys.
Night all.